What's up, High Life Tribe? Let's talk about how to develop charisma in an environment where you've never been before. 3 tips. Let's get it. Number 1 has to do with a story that happened to me last weekend, and it revolves around cold approach. Now, last weekend I was in Las Vegas helping coach a guy and a friend. He's a friend of mine who I help coach. And I was coaching him on how to develop charisma in environments where he's never been and where he has 0 social value. Now, a little backstory on this guy. I stayed at his house all weekend, and he has one of the biggest mansions that I've ever seen. I didn't even know houses that big for one family existed ever. So I was a little excited when I walked into his garage and I saw a fucking Tesla, a Lexus, a Porsche, a BMW, a Mercedes. He had all these cars, and we actually went to go work out at a gym, and he drove us in the Porsche, right? And I was like very excited at the fact that we were riding in a Porsche and he had all these cars. And he said something to me right then. He said, "Dude, calm down. It's just a tiny car that's really hard to get in and out of. That's all it is." And so that is the first tip, is to be a little bit underwhelmed with your environment and the things going on around you. So when you go into a brand new place where you have 0 social value and you go out, then it's very easy to become overcome by the environment, especially in Las Vegas where you're going to nightclubs and there's a lot of music and a lot of people and a lot of hot girls and all this shit is going on. It's a little easy to become overwhelmed. So that night after we worked out at the gym, we went out and I was helping coach him on cold approach. And we went out and he goes, "Dude, I kind of feel needy, like just going up to people who I don't know and talking to them, even though it was just us two. We didn't know anybody else there." And I used reverse judo on the advice that he gave me with his Porsche, and I used it on him in the club. I said, "Dude, at the end of the day, all you're doing is talking to people who also want to have fun just like you, yet you haven't met them yet. That's all it is, okay? Just like a Porsche is just a tiny car that's hard to get in and out of, cold approach is just talking to people you don't know who also want to have fun just like you. So don't get overwhelmed by the environment and call it out for what it is. Call it out for what it is." That's the first tip. And the second tip is something that I call the mayor walk. It's something that I've been doing for a very long time, and it boosts your charisma. And all you do is walk around and decrease your time of hesitancy to talking to people who you want to talk to. You know, if you walk through a club and someone catches your eye, if it's a hot girl or if it's a dude that has a nice shirt on, you want to compliment him, all right? And then for some reason in your head you go, "I can't talk to him. I can't, and you hesitate. Decrease your time of hesitancy, okay? My friend who thought it was needy to cold approach people who he didn't know and talk to, and let's be honest, cold approach does not involve just talking to hot women. It's talking to anybody who you don't know. You're approaching them cold because you've never met them before, and you're sparking an interesting conversation with them. So decrease the time of reaction. As soon as you have a thought pop up that the urge comes up where you want to talk to them, then fucking do it, all right? Just talk to them. And that is the second tip. And there's something called the mayor walk, like I said before, where it's almost like you picture how would a politician walk through a room where he knew everybody wanted to meet him. He would be walking to each person, shaking their hands, saying, "Hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you. Hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you. Hey, how's it going? Oh, nice baby. Here, let me kiss the baby." Like, it's very easy, and you're decreasing the time of reaction because you assume that everybody already wants to talk to you. The mayor walk. And the third thing is non-judgment. Okay? So if you walk into any environment where you don't know anybody and you have 0 social value at the time of entering the club or anywhere, if you start judging people, you're naturally going to put yourself on a hierarchy. So if you say, "That girl is hot and she probably has a lot of positive things in her life," then naturally you're saying she's here and I could be anywhere along this scale. So if I see her as hot or someone who's like better looking than I am, then I see myself as below her. And when I go up and talk to her, if I have the courage to do that, then she's going to feel that and she's going to treat me as if I am below her, which is not good. I don't want anybody to treat me like I'm below them. So if I'm going to go into a club, I'm going to not judge anybody, and I'm going to put myself right here. And I'm also, on the flip, I'm not going to see anybody as below me. So if they're not good looking, or if they're married, or anything, or even if it's a dude, I'm not going to see them as below me because I'm putting myself up here. And if I go up and talk to them, or if they come up and talk to me, I'm inherently going to treat them like they're below me, and they'll feel that and think I'm an asshole, or they'll just, it won't come across as charismatic as you can possibly be. So here's what you do. Don't judge. You treat everybody as if they are your equal, or as if you expect them to be your equal. Now, Brian Tracy always said that great leaders have one quality in common. And here's what it is. They treat everybody around them as if they are worthy, competent, and valuable. So if you treated everybody you met as if they were at least your equal, or you expect them to be your equal, and as if they were potentially valuable to you, then that is very charismatic. You're not treating anybody as below you. You're not treating anybody as above you. You're putting yourself right here, and you expect everybody else to be right here. So those are 3 tips to develop your charisma wherever you go. And I don't care if you feel needy, if you don't know how to actually start a conversation. If you go out and do those 3 things, non-judgment, not getting overwhelmed by the environment, and decreasing your time of reaction and talking to everybody around you, if you do those 3 things, I guarantee you're going to get into a state of social flow and social momentum, and charisma will naturally start to exude from you. So go out, kill it, man. Take these 3 tips to heart, write them down, journal about it, apply it in your own head, and then go out and do it. And I'll see you at the top, my man.
And here's to all the young believers. You know, the ones that don't believe us. Baby, play it for your ex too. And all the kids around my table yelling F you.